When it comes to SUVs these days, they're absolutely everywhere, but there aren't many that are fully electric, unless of course you're talking about some of the more expensive ones. That's why Peugeot has come along and given us this, the electric version of their 2008 SUV called, I'm sure you guessed it, the E 2008. Let's start with the basics then, shall we? The car starts at about £28,200, and that's including the government grant you get. You get a 50 kilowatt hour battery inside, which gives you about 204 miles, and it's just a very nice looking, spacious car, I think. You have that triple claw style headlight at the front with those lovely daytime running lights down the side, and of course the massive front grille. As the car is fully electric, you get this special Peugeot badge on the front as well, which has a nice special two-tone finish to it. From the side, it's also very impressive. It's a good mix of curved and flat areas, giving the car a very modern and somewhat aggressive look. And it doesn't end there, because the rear of the car obviously looks very nice with these tail lights, this particular model with the blacked out rear windows and the spaced out Peugeot lettering with the badge there as well, the same one you get at the front with the two-tone finish. The rear boot is very impressive, you see, because somehow they've managed to fit the same amount of storage in here as you get in the regular 2008 petrol version of this car. You get about 405 litres, which is very impressive considering they've managed to put batteries in the floor as well. And if you put the rear seats down, you can get up to 1,400 litres of boot storage as well. On top of that, the boot comes with this bottom flooring here, which can be clicked into place like so to give you some underfloor storage there. That makes it a bit more easier when you're putting in shopping. Instead of holding this up, you can just click it into place and put your shopping in, and then off you go. And on top of that, you get this lovely bag here which has magnetic clips on it to put your charger into. At the front then, inside here, it's pretty much identical to all the other new Peugeots we have. Let's start with this digital driverless display. I don't know how they've managed to do it, but somehow they've managed to merge two screens, one at the back and one at the front, to make it all look the same in this 3D sort of effect. You have all your important information at the front and the rest on the left and the right. Then you have this redesigned steering wheel that they have here that is a bit more smaller than your conventional steering wheel, but still manages to feel pretty good and natural and just fits in your hand very nicely. You have these places to put your thumb as well, which is good for the longer journeys, and it just feels really nice. It gives it a kind of sportier feel to the whole car, I think. Then moving on to the infotainment system, a very simple and nice infotainment system to use by standards of the industry. Now Peugeot know exactly what they're doing. It's very easy to use, it's very quick, very responsive. You can hook up your phone in no time and be on your way. You get two USB charging ports down here, and you get this really nice place to put your phone as well, which also dubs as a wireless charger for it as well. On top of that, you get two cup holders in the middle, some extra storage down here, which is actually very deep down there. You get a glove box which has a pretty good amount of room in it, two cup holders on either side, and overall I think this interior is just a really nice place to be in. As you can see from the front as well, just how the whole car merges from the doors to the center console and the dash here, it just all looks very nice and modern. And Peugeot have done a really good job with this car. With the infotainment system as well, you get a good mix of touchscreen functions and physical buttons you can push as well, which is good because unlike other manufacturers who just focus on the touchscreen side of things, Peugeot have mixed in the buttons as well, which makes it easier to use while you're driving. The seats are very comfy as well, which makes it better for those longer journeys. At the back then, there is a good amount of space for the rear passengers with good headroom and knee room. Plus, your feet don't seem too high considering the batteries are right under you. You get two USB charging ports back here as well, and without a doubt, I think this is a very good family car. Let's get to the driving then. We'll start off with the seat and the driving position. You get extremely comfy seats in this car, which really hold you nice and snug. The way they are positioned to just grip you as you go around the corners. They actually seem better than some more expensive cars. The cushioning is great as well for those longer journeys, and because pillars aren't too big, the visibility around the whole car is great. It really is a great car to drive. The cabin is very quiet and longer drives simply glide by. This car is a prime example of why electric cars are so relaxing to drive, as they have no jerkiness as you go through the gears, and you don't have to have that screaming engine giving you a bunch of noise and vibrations through the cabin. As electric cars don't have engine noise, sometimes they end up having very awkward cabins, as you tend to hear a lot of tire noise and stones hitting the bottom of the car. But Peugeot has done a great job here, and the cabin is such a nice and relaxing place to be in. The steering wheel feels very natural and great in your hand. It actually feels very responsive and sort of sporty for a car this size. The suspension is tuned to perfection, giving you the confidence to really go for it in this car, and it eats up any bumps in the road, making for a very smooth and enjoyable driving experience. Overall then, an extremely practical, fully electrical SUV from Peugeot. If you would like to know more about this car or any other car for that matter, be sure to visit our website. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content, and thank you for watching.